Welcome to 504 Absolutely Essential Words. Hi there, this is Teacher JR from Camglish.com. Today we're going to have the continuation of lesson number 22, wherein we still have 4 remaining vocabularies to look into. Then after that, I'll be reading to you a passage where you can see the 12 vocabularies that we have learned. And then I'll be showing you a picture and you have to guess which word in our lesson is being suggested by that picture. So let's start with number 9. Unstable. 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 This is an adjective which means not firmly fixed or easily moved or overthrown. Some unstable people may panic when they find themselves in trouble. I could detect that the drinking glass was unstable and about to fall. Kathy's balance became unstable because she was very weary. Unstable. Number 10. Homicide. 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 This is a noun which means a killing of one human being by another, or a murder. The police were baffled as to who was responsible for the homicide. It took a crafty person to get away with that homicide. News of the homicide quickly circulated through our vicinity. Homicide. Number 11. Penalize. 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 This is a verb which means declare punishment by law or rule or set a penalty for. The Detroit Lions were penalized 15 yards for their rough play. We were penalized for not following tradition. Mrs. Robbins penalized us for doing the math problem in ink. Penalize. And number 12, beneficiary. 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 This is a noun which means person who receives benefit. I was the beneficiary of $8,000 when my grandfather died. When the paintings were sold, the millionaire's niece was the beneficiary. Again, when the paintings were sold, the millionaire's niece was the beneficiary. My brother was the beneficiary of excellent advice from his guidance counselor. Again, my brother was the beneficiary of excellent advice from his guidance counselor. So let's take a look again at the 12 vocabularies. Warden. Acknowledge. Justice. Delinquent. Reject. Deprive. Espouse. Vocation. Unstable. Homicide. Penalize. Beneficiary. This time, let's have words in use. So, I'll be reading to you a passage. Listen carefully and see how the new words are used in it. Here we go. A new way to treat prisoners. The warden of a prison today will readily acknowledge the new trend in prison reform. In an attempt to provide a different brand of justice for society's delinquents, officials now reject the idea that prison should completely deprive the convict of freedom. Thus, in some prisons, inmates are allowed to leave the prison grounds to visit their spouses or to pursue their vacation. Even the more unstable convict who may have committed suicide is not penalized as harshly as before. The hope is that if persons emerge from prison less defiant than they do now, society will be beneficiary. Now this time look at the picture carefully. We are now in picture it, and then guess what word is being suggested. So you can see here a baby, okay, throwing his food with this sad face. What do you think is the word appropriate for this picture? There you go. The word is reject. As you can see, this baby is rejecting the food given to him by his mom. So that concludes today's episode. Have a great day, everyone.